You have no idea how close that taxi came to running me over. The dangers I put myself into. Beep, beep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're doing this cool painting. And across the way, they're doing the bridge. They're doing a lot of fixing up, cleaning, painting, just trying to make it look pretty for Tigbauan. And I think they're trying to make it look pretty because the mayor's on a real big Make Iloilo Look Pretty campaign, which I fully am in favor of. It's been pretty good, but now it's looking better.
The island had a railway system. It opened in 1907 and it ran until the 1980s. This is an old picture of the trains, and they've painted trains on the wall. You can see there's a full of kids and sugarcane, because the train was used for the sugarcane plantations and passengers. They've been putting up a lot of paintings around, fixing up the city, and I'm going to try and show you as many as I can find, but they keep painting more, so I'll never be able to get all of them. This could end up turning into a series. We started filming this during Tigbauan prep of 2020, so January 2020. I thought it would take a few months to go around and find enough artwork, but then the lockdown came, so it was delayed by a year and a half. I've gone out recently and found some more. They're doing the bridges. The bridges look really cool because there's half a dozen bridges across the river going into the city, and they're decorated by different people, so they're done in different ways. They've done a lot of work cleaning up the city, especially the river. When they announced that river project, I didn't believe they were going to do all this work. It is amazing. The shopping centers have gotten into it. This is over at the Atria, very near the house. They're painting some of their walls and even some of their utility buildings out in the parking lot. So just all over the city, you're seeing really nice street art, not graffiti, and so far, these have not been tagged by graffiti. SM City is sort of getting into it. Here on the walkway, those arches are going to have vines growing to provide shade. But this is the entrance to a shared workspace some Iloilo vloggers have put together. I've not been there yet. I should check it out. We're heading to the Esplanade because the Esplanade has quite a lot. They want to decorate the river and give you something to look at while you're exercising. So the sections of wall have been painted. This is some of the older work I've seen, and more of the bridges. They're getting farther from downtown. They're getting out our way, and they're doing the bridges, and they light them up at night, which really looks nice. Makes for the evening walks very nice. Not a painting, but also it is art. This is a dragon along the Esplanade. It's starting to show some wear and tear from being outside. It's been out for a couple of years, though. It's doing okay. You can see how big this little parkway is. They call it a linear park because it goes all along the river. And they've painted a mural, and a few of the figures were gray, and now they're putting cement. So I was talking to the artist. He says this is going to take a few months, but they're doing relief sculptures to show a few of the dancers jumping out of the mural. We'll come back to this later when they finish it. It should look really cool when they're done. I like the relief sculptures, and you can see the gray ones are the ones that will be jumping out. I'll be keeping an eye on this. Like I said, it should be, the artist said, a few months to finish it. Looking forward to seeing that. But they've got the, there was the mural, you've got statues along the river, lots of landscaping, the bridges. Not all of this is art, some of it is just nice decoration. And across the river at those buildings is that wall I showed you. And that wall was one of the earlier paintings I've seen. That's one of the older ones here. Pay attention to the empty spot. We will check it out in a few minutes, and it will no longer be empty. This is a big open area, stage area along the Esplanade, and the back side of it had been painted. This was a long time ago. This was one I filmed pre-COVID, and you see they've got a lot of neat artwork on this wall all around. It's a curved stage, and a lot of the painting stopped during the initial parts of COVID. Then they came back during COVID and were working because they could work alone and there's not people around, so it would be safe. And back to the relief sculptures, which I love. The empty spot is now a ship full of people. And I noticed they are all wearing masks, so I assumed it was something kind of COVID related. And there is a plaque explaining that yes, it is. I just think that's a beautiful work. I love that one. The Esplanade goes on both sides of the river and has a total length so far of over 8 kilometers. So it's very long. It's not a wide park, but if you put it all together, they like to brag that it is larger than Rizal Park in Manila, although it is a long, narrow park. It's still beautifully done, and so far has been extremely well maintained. See, they're doing the flyovers as well, and people are here practicing a dance for some dance show somewhere. I don't know. There's always a festival somewhere. Every day is a holiday. Every meal is a feast. This is new. Last time I was here, this bridge was not painted. And we'll take a look at those columns. You can see it's rainbows and clouds and kites. So we're up in the air because the bridge is in fact up in the air. So it works. And the columns have scenes from around the city. There's Molo Plaza. There's buildings on Calle Real, the historic buildings. You've got sailboats from Villa. There's a lot of scenes from all over the city here on these columns, and they're really well done. Real street art is beautiful, and hopefully it will be preserved. They're still going. This is being painted as we speak, and I will never be able to catch up with all of the art. As I said, I hadn't seen this one before, and you can see from the scaffolding they're not finished with it yet, so this is brand new. They are continuing their work, and this is going to be just amazing. Everywhere you go, just all over town, there's this beautiful artwork. And I've especially done it here down in the older part of downtown, which I think has been great. Even the Quickie Mart's gotten involved. This is near Super downtown, and it is dedicated to the Frontliners. I was out in the middle of the street. There is no traffic because I came on a Sunday. That's our mayor there on the right, and all the different Frontliners. They put this up as a dedication to them and all the hard work that they have done during the pandemic. I was walking home one day and just stumbled upon this alleyway. Did not realize until later, I think this is the entrance to a restaurant. But like I said, it's just anywhere you go, there's wall art. The street art here has been really nice. It's really cool, and because there's new stuff popping up every day, it makes you want to get out and wander around and see what else is new. This is an old one I did in 2019 in Tigbauan. It's actually 2 towns away, but this is what got me started. This was one of the first pieces I saw of the street art. This is the activity center in Tigbauan, and it is an amazing, huge relief sculpture. And after all this running around, I'm kind of tired, and it's time for a nap. Enjoy your day in paradise.